What's going on, guys? This is Boss Eddie, and today I'm going to be giving my review on some of not as popular games, but still very fun to play, and some of my favorites. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Kinect games, and for now, the first is Rise of Nightmares. Well, this game is rated for blood and gore, intense violence, partial nudity, strong language, and suggestive themes. It is a horror category and thriller, I guess you would say. Rise of Nightmares. What it's about is while vacationing with your wife, while vacationing, your wife is kidnapped by a ruthless madman. You have to stab, slice, and gorge in pursuit of your lost wife to save her from worse than death, whatever that means. I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to give any spoilers out. But its graphics for a Kinect game are good. I liked it. It was not as scary as I would have thought, which is pretty much the reason I got it, so that was a little bit of a letdown. But for being a Kinect game, I would recommend it for those who are into getting a little creeped out, but not a whole lot, and like Kinect. The second Kinect game I've got is Star Wars Kinect. Now, this game is rated T for mild language, mild suggestive themes, and violence. While you're playing this, as it's called Star Wars, you are start off as a Padawan. You aren't playing one of the main characters in the movie roles, but you are following the basic books and movies. So you pretty much just follow the movies as they go along, and you kind of watch what's going on around the movies, but you're not entirely in the story. Now, moving away from Kinect games, here's one of my favorites. It's Syndicate. Some people call it Syndicate, some people call it Syndicate. This is rated M for blood and gore, intense violence, strong language, and suggestive themes. Syndicate is a really cool game. It's about how you are an agent and you got a black chip in the back of your brain, and it lets this corporation practically control you. And pretty much the whole objective is to make sure this other corporation does not also make a similar black chip, and so that way your corporation pretty much controls the new world. It takes place in 2025 and up, and I like it because of all the Skrillex music in it, and it's a really cool game. The next one I have is for all those Lord of the Ring fans, is War in the North. This is M rated as well, for blood and gore, intense violence, and suggestive themes. War in the North is a really cool game. It's obviously about Lord of the Rings and War in the North. So while it takes place while the other Lord of the Rings movies and books, of the 3 series, is taking place. And this describes 3 other characters, and you get to play all 3 if you'd like. An elf woman, a dwarf, and a man. And so they have to overcome almost this other Sauron guy, but he's different. He is a human, and from what I know of. And I haven't quite finished the game yet, but it's a really cool game. If you haven't seen the first Lord of the Rings movies or played the games, then it will be kind of not as fun. It's more of a fan game than just a grab and play game. The next one I have is Duke Nukem Forever. Now, this game is definitely not one of my favorites, but it was humorous. It's rated M for a lot of stuff, actually. Blood and gore, intense violence,